Okay, so let's start.
Okay. This is group 24. The members of this group are myself, Ali Kegoswe. We have Michael Akumdai Angachab. And then we also have Linda
Yes, I'm
Dombio.
here.
Okay, I'm also here.
Okay. So we are to talk about open pedagogies. Under open pedagogies practices, we have co-creation, then we have collaboration on course, we have open reflection spaces, contribution. So when we say open pedagogies is an approach to teaching and learning that emphasizes openness, collaboration, and active participation of students in the creation of knowledge. So what we mean here is that students are not just consumers of knowledge, but also knowledge. They can fine-tune knowledge that is already out there to suit them and also share this knowledge with the entire world. So some of the key takeaways over here is that learners are co-creators of knowledge. They are not just consumers of the knowledge. There is focus on sharing resources openly. So any resource that suits your learning, you share it out there for others to also use. Then also there is emphasis on collaboration, transparency, and accessibility. Okay. So we continue to look at what open educational practices are. When we say open educational practices, these are techniques and strategies that use open content, open technologies, and collaborative networks to support active student-centered learning. So in this sense, the materials that students need for their learning, we try to access the ones that are fine-tune them to their knowledge if it doesn't really suit, and also they can share it with a wider audience. Now, some of the examples here can be using open educational resources, that's the textbooks for learning, where we have like the Open Textbook Library, which has about 1,600 textbooks on various topics such as science and the rest that students can access. And this is supported by the Open Educational Network. We also have Open Stacks, which is created by the Rice licensed textbooks or different subjects for students to access and use for their learning. We also have Open Educational Resources Common, that is the OER Commons, which is the hub for open textbooks and courses, even though there are courses that students can take, and it's open, it's not licensed, there is no restriction. So how can we apply these open educational practices and pedagogies? Colleges can replace their expensive textbooks with open alternatives such as the ones on OpenStax library, the OpenStax, the Open Textbook Library, the OpenStax, and Open Educational Resource Commons for students to access. And this will reduce cost for students. We can also have teachers collaborating internationally. So it can be teachers in Ghana collaborating with other teachers in other countries to create lesson repositories. So they create their lessons, put them somewhere that other teachers can go there and fetch from. Then also we have massive open online courses which leverage on open practices and reach global audience. So there are courses online that students can learn. In fact, there is Khan Academy, there is Code Academy, there is W3 schools, a whole lot of them. Now let's continue and look at what co-creation is. When we say co-creation, it involves students and educators working together to build the learning materials that they need, the course outcomes, the assessment strategies, and this helps in deeper understanding of the course content. So here, students take part in the creation of the knowledge, the outcomes, the assessment. So not just one person who is considered to be an expert sits in one corner to design the whole course content. No, students are also involved, and those who are going to teach this course content are involved. So they all come together to create whatever students have to learn. So there are types of co-creation. We have assignment creation where students take part in creation of the assessments and also the designing of the projects that they will be taking. We have curriculum creation where teachers and students and also the experts in the creation of curriculum all come together in creating that curriculum that students will be learning, and this will help them to even learn better. We can have resource creation where students can access open textbooks out there, create their own even out of those ones that they can access, and also share this with a wider audience. So how can we apply this open creation in the students to develop a digital archive for a local museum? So there is a museum in town that students know of. They go there, try to put everything in that museum in an archive form, as in a digital form, put it online, where students in other parts of the world can also have access to that museum because it's no longer local, but rather it's online. We can have medical students creating, so students that are studying medicine create materials that clinics can use to educate their parents on various conditions and diseases and how to manage them and all that. We can also have business students in a school developing real case studies based on local businesses. So I'll end here for my colleague Linda to continue.
Okay. So I will also take you on collaborating on course design. So we say this is a team-based approach to developing educational courses where instructors, educational designers, and sometimes students jointly design the context, structure, and assessment of a course. So in this, we are saying that collaboration on core design involve what? Working together with stakeholders, instructors, designers, industry experts to create effective learning experience. So we have example like, let's say, collaborative curriculum development, where multiple institutions or organizations work together to develop a shared what? Curriculum. And I think we can also have it benefit like it also enhance engagement, that is to say foster interactive and engagement what? Experience. So let's look at way to also collaborate. We say workshop at the start of a semester to decide what? Course focus. We also have students choosing between type of assessment, example the paper and the pen or video and what? Podcast. And then we have industrial partners contributing real world problems for what? Project based course. So in this all, no, we are also saying that collaboration with like the universities like this, we can always like they can always join together. Let's say take students part to also what? Design the semester for us and the course we are to study. Let's move on to the next slide, please. So let's also look at collaborating on course design about the real world application. So we say university IT courses partner with what? Tech companies to build a real world apps. Two, nursing programs involve hospital staff in curriculum development. And we are also saying that students advisory panels in college regularly reviewing and what? Suggesting course what? Improvement. So in the course of the university, okay, let's move on. Let's go to the open reflection spaces. So we say open reflection spaces are platforms or what? Forums where learners publicly react on their learning journey, challenges, and what? Success. And we have form of the reflections. We have the blog post, the podcast diary, the public journal, and then the video what? blocks. So let's look at the open reflective space. Uh, we are saying that it is a situation whereby you get an open platform for everybody to go there and also learn certain things or also reflect on their what learning. So we have the blog post where all the blogs always post informations, videos there that you can go and watch and then have some learning experience and then all that. You move on. So we have open reflective space, the real life application that students maintaining blogs about their research process and discovery. Ask students also sharing portfolio development reflection in Instagram. Yeah, okay. Ask students sharing portfolio development reflection on Instagram or what medium. Two, science undergrounds documenting their library learning online for peer feedback. And then let's look at the benefits. Building professional digital identity, gaining feedback from broader audience, and then developing critical thinking and self-assessment. I will leave here for my colleague to take over.
Hello.
Michael.
Yes. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Madam Linda. Yes, so I'll take it up from here, where we are now looking at public knowledge contribution. Yes, so we are saying that our learners in the classroom will also work and create outputs that will contribute to the public knowledge base. So this is where they will move beyond the four walls of the classroom and also create knowledge. So they don't only consume the knowledge out there, but in the end, throughout their research, their project works, they also put out their outcome or their research findings, which contribute to the public knowledge domain. We have examples like writing Wikipedia articles, producing open access research papers, developing instructional YouTube videos. So we say all these are some of the examples that the learners can explore and also in a way add the knowledge base or store of knowledge or vast information that is already out there, which is also useful to other researchers of industries and companies experts that are also looking for what knowledge or findings into key areas. So yes, we have many other examples, but we'll simply look at few. So the writing Wikipedia articles, we say this create a well-sourced information to Wikipedia, and this will enhance various subject areas. So whatever findings they're able to come out with, and they put it out there. Producing open access research papers. So once they publish their research papers, like the universities, for instance, during their final years, they go out into the communities to make researches into indigenous technology, into indigenous cultural practices, and things that are hidden from the public domain. So once they come out with these findings, then other people in other parts of the world can also learn and appreciate other people's culture or the knowledge that is hidden somewhere. Then we also have modern day platforms like YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. So all these are also ways that the learners can adopt to recreate and also adjust the content to suit their own learning and in the end put out knowledge that others can learn. So the real world examples, we have students in environmental science classes contributing data to open climate databases. Yes. So they go out there, study climate change, study factors that contribute to climate change, and all that and preventive measures. So at the end of the day, they also put out their findings, which in a way will influence policy direction of countries. Then journalism students publishing community news articles, engineering students sharing their technical design on platforms like GitHub. Yes. So either in the engineering field or in the journalism field, they all undertake various research works or findings, which at the end of the day is a knowledge that will benefit them, but also serves as a knowledge base when they put such information out there. And once it is open, it's accessible to all categories of learners. Please, next slide. Now we want to look at the key takeaways from our presentation. So to summarize our presentation, we are saying that among the numerous benefits of open educational resources, one, we are saying it encourages empowerment. Open pedagogies empower students to be active knowledge producers. Yes, so students don't only go out there to consume the knowledge that other people have done, but they equally contribute purposely to knowledge bases out there. So they also contribute to real information, or they show a sense of ownership of the resources they also create or the output they put out there. Second, accessibility. Promote democratization of knowledge. Educational resources become free and open to all. So we are saying that the knowledge becomes more accessible and affordable through openness. So once it is open to anyone in any part of the world and is accessible, where you don't need to subscribe or pay for it, but once it is free, many people can make good use of it and they can adjust it to their own needs. You can add, edit, and share with people that we deem fit at the equal in any part of the world. Then thirdly, collaboration. It encourages group work and collective contribution, fostering a sense of community. Yes, so all the teamwork skills that learners will develop through participating in case studies, group work, collaborating, communication skills, and all that will help the learners to learn how to work with a team. That at the end of the day, they'll come out with solid findings and also put out there where others can consume. Then next, we have authentic learning. Learners engage in meaningful, relevant projects with real-world applications. Yes, they don't only learn to explore, to find out things for themselves, to experiment. So at the end of the day, they will design their own things and come out with their own findings, which is real knowledge and authentic. They learn by practice, they learn by doing, and that way they will never forget. And the last thing we have skill development. It enhances vital 21st century skills like digital communication and critical thinking skills are all important in our modern day careers. So yes, our learners, as the world is evolving, we have some skills that are very vital for every professional or every learner out there to develop advanced society like we are moving into. So yes, 21st century skills are very important and open educational pedagogy is also powerful tool that will help learners and even experts out there to update and acquire more skills that are relevant in today's world. This brings us to the end of our presentation. Thank you very much for your time and attention. And we pray that you have learned something and we will all go out there to implement the little we have learned. But we should not forget that we should not only consume knowledge, but we should also create knowledge and put it out there for others to use. Thank you very much. God bless you all.
And I will stop recording.